as you mentioned, the audience and the listeners shape the story. So what are some tools that you've developed for tailoring a particular story to a certain audience?
Well, the first thing you need to do when you're going to be presenting to an audience is you must understand what's meaningful to that audience. And if you can get your mind around this one, you have to listen to the listening. How are these people going to be listening to me? What are they going to be listening for? I need to do my research. I need to understand. So when I go into any organization to work with the team, it always starts off with a questionnaire where I'm asking people to tell me about themselves, to share what's important for them in the work environment, to say why they find storytelling important. So I'm beginning to understand who I'm talking to, and I'm beginning to gather those little nuggets that are going to tell me how to emphasize certain aspects of my story. So for instance, if I am talking to an advocacy group, right, and advocating for change is what's important to them, then when I tell my story of working in the AIDS program, I'm going to emphasize how these clients used their videotapes, took them and left them on the desks of the legislators, and used those stories as a way of advocating for social and political change. If I'm talking to people about learning from your mistakes, then I might tell the story about how I tried to practice traditional psychotherapy with my dying patients, and it didn't work, and I had to go back and learn from my mistakes. So you need to know, in a sense, what's important to your audience so that you can place your emphasis. Now, the other thing is that you need to be willing to be engaged with your audience right now and in that moment. Because it's those imperceptible cues that you get that tell you whether something's landing or it's not landing. So part of the trick of presenting a story, one of the reasons we work so hard on crafting our story and knowing the beginning, middle, and end, is so that you can let all of that go and just be present with the audience when you're telling the story. You're not thinking about it. You're not trying to remember it. It's there. It's lodged in your body. Your body remembers the whole story because it happened to you. So you must be willing to make these little adaptations when you are addressing your audience to suit that audience. And that means tuning into that audience, keeping your lion's gaze on the audience.